In this gripping episode, Judge Boyd confronts a defendant who appears too drowsy in court after allegedly taking the wrong medication. When the court reconvenes, deeper issues emerge, including recent drug use and lack of family support. Will Judge Boyd offer leniency, or is it time for tough love and strict probation conditions? Let's go watch.
Yes.
Court is calling 2023 CR 4166, State of Texas versus Ernest Lopez Ramon. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Second for the state, Your Honor.
defense?
Adrian Pettis.
And are you Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Counsel, you received all the discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramon, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And did you sign it?
Yes.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, proceeding 8 months in charge of an assault bodily injury.
No objections.
Going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury married cohabitation as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is anywhere from 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Excuse me, sorry. Why are you sleepy?
I had taken the wrong medication this morning.
I'm sorry, what?
I took the wrong medication this morning.
All right, so maybe we shouldn't be going forward with this?
No, I'm aware. I'm just everything. I'm just, apologize.
Judge, I talked to him this morning, no problems whatsoever. Then, I talked to him, when he arrived at court. And he does appear to be very drowsy. He tells me that he takes anxiety medication and nightmare medication every day. And this morning he took the wrong one.
All right, so
And
what?
I asked him 3, 4, or 5 times if he understands everything, if he has any questions, if he knows what he's doing. He's given me every indication that he does, but he's having a real hard time keeping his eyes open. And I told him he would have to see how you felt about that.
All right, I'm not feeling very well about that. So this is what we'll do. We'll come back tomorrow to take up the plea. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you give them a reset for tomorrow? All right. All right. And we'll make sure you take the correct medication. You understand?
Yes.
All right, if you have a reset form, I'll fill it out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. Ms. Abrams, this is going to be recalled for tomorrow.
Make sure this doesn't happen tomorrow, okay?
All right, if you'll have him sign off on that, and once he signs off that and turns
Yes.
it in, he's excused.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Could I see Ernest Ramon? Mhm.
Yes.
All right, could I have a prosecutor on Ramon? Court is calling 2023 CR 4166, State of Texas versus Ernest Lopez Ramon. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Honor Ochoa and Nelson for the state.
Defense?
Adrian Pettis.
And are you Mr. Ernest Ramon?
Yes.
All right, you took the correct medication today?
Yes, I did.
All right. Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramon, showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes.
Showing you the true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Your Honor. I believe we are proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, Mary.
No objections.
All right, Mr. Ramon, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so everyone, when we're on the record, please don't approach the court coordinator or anybody on this side. That's okay. And normally if you could let them know. No, don't approach me. We're on the record. All right, we're back on the record. I'm showing you the document court admonishments. You reviewed that with your attorney, understood it, signed it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
All right, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation as a Class A misdemeanor. Range of punishment for that offense is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation. Punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. State recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
You need to speak up.
I understand.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, no contact with Vanessa Salinas and the BIPP course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
State offer states exhibit 1 with attachments.
No objections.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ramon, do you have any children?
Yes,
What are their ages?
19 and 17.
And are you employed?
No.
How do you support yourself?
I don't at the moment.
Well, do you have a place to stay?
I'm gonna start staying at the Haven for Hope.
Okay. Are there any drug issues with you?
There was,
All right, so here's the thing, you need to be 100% honest with me because I want you to be successful on this probation. If I didn't think you could be successful on this probation, I wouldn't give it to you, all right?
Okay.
So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
positive
Okay, what are you going to be positive for?
methamphetamines.
All right, how often are you using?
The last time last time I used was on Friday. The
Mhm.
time before that was 4 months ago.
All right, do you have any family support?
No.
Do you have any family living here?
Yes,
What family do you have living here?
my sisters,
No parents?
they're both deceased.
All right, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court will sentence you to 1 year in the Bear County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. What is your relationship with Vanessa Salinas? Are you all still together or no?
We haven't had no contact.
All right, the BIPP course, there's to be no contact with Vanessa Salinas. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation out of custody. And I'm going to want a referral do we think Cross Point would accept them? All right, I'm gonna want a referral to Cross Point. They have an inpatient program,
Yes,
and I think that's what you need. I'm gonna want random regular UAs. $200 hours of community service restitution. Proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And probation, the field visits is just until he is at Cross Point or in some sort of treatment. And I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else? I don't believe they'll accept him because this is technically a misdemeanor. But I mean, I'll ask for a referral to felony drug court. We'll see what they say. All right, you don't have a military background, do you?
I was in the military, yes,
Oh,
but we went through that before and I didn't get accepted.
that is true. Okay. All right, so do you have any contact with the VA?
No.
Okay. All right. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And we keep it working like Oouchie the boss. We tryna catch up like we hit us a fault. We gotta win, ain't taking no loss.